Yeah.
Can I kick it?
Yes,
I can. Can I kick it?
Boom shaka laka laka. Yeah, we Gucci.
All right. Third time's the charm.
You know.
That means all the curse words I said prior to this don't count. Welcome back to the How Did I Get Here podcast, the podcast for positivity, progression, and helping us find our own path. I would ask how you are, but you've already answered the question twice, and I know that you're...
I mean, I'm good. You know, I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. That is true.
Is it because I'm not drinking and I'm not fun anymore?
No, because I'm not really drinking like that. Like, I'm not a big drinker.
I feel like you said that the first time we hung out.
Yeah.
And then just started drinking because of me. Not because of me. You're your own man.
Oh, like, yeah. Just like, a bad influence. Yeah, I definitely... Yeah, when we started recording, we were like polishing off a bottle of tequila each episode.
Good. Can we get back to that in October?
Maybe like towards the end of the season. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like opposed to it, but
well, I know holiday season is gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, and your birthday's coming up.
Yeah, two. We're about to get it. That's the month of October is gonna be a good time. Yeah, I'm turning 29. I'm in my prime.
Wow, 29. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna be 30 in February.
Wow. We should do a big party for Valentine's Day. For your birthday.
Okay. All right.
We'll have to ask your lady if she's okay with sharing you with us on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So I have a thing. I'm sure all East Coast Connecticut listeners know what the Big E is. And I'm like, everybody goes, excuse my French, batshit for fairs. And I'm just not too like crazy for them.
Yeah, especially not the Big E.
Right. And like, to me, I went to the Big E once and it was like, come look at the world's biggest horse. And it was just like a horse in a small room. So it probably looked bigger than what it really was. It's the dumbest thing ever.
That's definitely grown throughout the years, but
the horse?
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. Guess that one swim right over. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Big E. But this Saturday, they're having the Yin Yang Twins and Flow Rider.
Blast from the past.
Right. And my thing is, I mean, fairs are for everybody, but I just don't see many, I'm probably going to get some heat for this, but like people of color, like we don't just wake up and say, hey, I want to go to the fair. Like this, I hate to generalize because you shouldn't generalize, but like it's just one of those things that I feel like the Big E is trying to connect to their demographic of color by having the Yin Yang Twins and Flow Rider, and I just feel like they could have done better if they're really trying to connect to us.
I don't know if they're necessarily trying to connect to us.
Why else would you have the Yin Yang Twins and Flow Rider at a concert in 2021?
Because, to your point, if fairs are for predominantly white people, why not have the corniest of the black entertainment show up?
So Flow Rider is not the corniest of the black?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So like if you're going to bring if you're going to bring an artist, but it's predominantly for white people, yeah, like apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, like working in the club around the time that came out, white people loved it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they're trying to pretend like they're catered. They're trying to cater to the people of color while still engaging with their white audience.
I don't know if they're trying to cater to us. To be honest with you, I think it's just.
Why else would you have? I hear what you just said because you're like, do I got to repeat myself? But it's like, bro, Flow Rider and the Yin Yang Twins. Like, bro, if you want to cater to everybody, right? Or like white folk and make the colored people, bring Logic, right? He's a white guy who raps. But bring Joyner Lucas.
But Logic is accepted by the black community. His cousin's like black.
He's black.
Yeah, something like that.
Ain't no something like that. He's black.
I know.
Well, we ain't gonna clown Logic here. I don't know. It just.
But Logic's too, like, that's not the crowd they're looking for. Like, you know who Hootie and the Blowfish is? Darius Rucker.
I know their name. They're country singers, right?
Well, Hootie and the Blowfish, I think, was like alternative, whatever at the time. But Darius Rucker, who is the lead singer, he's a country singer. Black dude. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, they could have brought him.
Yeah, I'm sure they got some country singers going.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm not a big fan of.
Not to mention, like, Flo Rida and the Ying Yang Twins. Like, I'm sure they're not getting to a bag, so like they're probably like.
How much you think they're making for this show?
I was gonna say they probably had to pay the biggie. I don't know. Like, yo, can we please? Like, we haven't made music in a long time. Yeah, I don't know. How much are the tickets?
This was brought to my attention. Okay. I would not.
Someone
know.
invited you? Who's going?
Well, Kev told me.
Okay, is he going?
I don't know. Oh, yes, he is. Well, I guess with that comment, I'm going to try and make a smooth segue, but it might flop. They could kind of tarnish their image by trying to cater but doing a terrible job. True or false? Like, agree or disagree?
They could tarnish their image by trying to cater.
Because, like, bro, just stick to who you are. Like, if you're
I think you just
trying to pick at something that's not really there.
No, I just think you aren't a fair person. I don't know if black people as a whole, like, they like fair. I personally don't like the biggie.
Okay.
But, like, I don't like the biggie because I don't like large crowds. I don't like waiting in line for basic food. I don't like overpriced things.
Right.
And honestly, the 2 times I've gone, I'm just not impressed. Like,
valid. So would you go to other fairs?
Yeah, like I've been to the Hebron Fair. That was pretty cool. They used to do the carnival at Polk Park.
Yeah, that shit's dope.
You said it's dope?
Well, I take it back. It's not dope, but that's the thing. It's also not like they don't have the world's biggest horse. They don't have all that stupid stuff. They just have rides and games and candy.
Yeah. And I don't know where the biggie originated, but the biggie is really for the East Coast. Like, they have...
Right. It's a big thing. Yeah. Right.
Except Rhode Island, people don't know about it. And they are featured in it.
Not many people know about Rhode Island, so...
There you go.
That's okay. But I want to talk about something the other day. The thought crossed my mind about why people... or self-sabotaging. And why people do it and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
So the other day I posted to the IG story, I was like, oh, why do people self-sabotage? And some of the answers consisted of lack of self-esteem, negative feelings, and deep-seated thoughts fuels fear. I got bored of it. Often people are scared to give 100% and fail, so they rather chill like it's not serious. Added responsibility is scary. Were some of the answers. So what do you think about why people self-sabotage?
Why people self-sabotage? I think the average person isn't very self-aware, so they don't know they're self-sabotaging. Like, most people go around in the same loop, not realizing it, and that's where, like, anxiety and depression come from.
So you're saying they don't do it intentionally?
Yeah, I think most people... I'm sure there's people who do it intentionally, but I think majority of people, and I could be wrong, I feel like majority of people don't realize they're doing it, and they're just, especially like in our community, who's just trying to survive, they don't realize by lack of discipline and consistency, it's self-sabotaging. But they're just trying to figure things out and make things happen. But when it's not working, then it's just like, damn, nothing works. Like, well, you really haven't tried anything different, but you don't realize that.
So based off your definition, there's kind of like, or your thought, I should say, there's 2 kinds of self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Aware self-sabotage and unaware.
Yeah. The only aware self-sabotage, and like, this is pretty drastic, but it's like, cutting yourself.
Like physically?
Yeah. Like, people do that.
Right.
So, but like, I'm sure there's other forms of self-sabotage. That's just like the first one that pops in my head.
So when I was thinking like aware of self-sabotage, right? Because you brought something like, if you don't change anything, you're sabotaging yourself.
Yeah.
Which is true, and you just might not be aware that you're running in a circle. But my thing is like, I'm trying to get into a relationship, right? And as soon as I get close to this person, I get scared, so I sabotage the situation.
How do you sabotage it?
I push somebody away. I maybe start acting funny. I put them through multiple tests just to see like you already proved yourself to me, but I'm going to keep testing you, bro. You're sabotaging the situation. Like, you're making this person work uber hard for what? Because they didn't do shit to you because it's your trauma that you're afraid of, not this person.
That's true. I have a question actually to complement that. So is having, like, in today's generation, no one really dates one person at a time anymore. It's like, it just is what it is, right? So is dating multiple people a form of self-sabotage to your quote unquote main or someone that you're trying to pursue?
I think, well, at what point do you stop dating one person?
You stop dating multiple?
Multiple, yeah.
Shit.
Can you get what I'm saying? Because I agree with you. At the beginning, you have the green light to talk to as many people as
you want.
Play the field. Right. How am I supposed to know if I really like you if I'm not talking to multiple people?
That's interesting.
Okay.
That's so interesting. But no, there's some validity to that.
But like, I can't just compare you to my past, right? So like, I'm at the point where it's like, I might be talking to 3 people. Make you be the one. Make me want you to be like, all right, I'm done with the other. Wow. See, this is about to get mad heat.
This might be messy. But so to that point, and this is where like I have struggled in my life, right? Because if
not anymore, right? You're like in a happy, committed relationship.
This is where I have struggled.
Yeah, like
there was a past tense.
I was just putting emphasis. There might be people in this room that may or may not pick at that statement, and I just want to make sure you're good. Okay,
listen. So like things that I've struggled in my life is like, when you're dealing with multiple people, not each one of those people is getting the same version of me. That's kind of why I'm dealing with them. It's like, oh yeah, you appeal to that part of me. You appeal to that part of me. So now it's like, at what point, to your question, like, when do you cut off everyone else? Like, do you just find the person that appeals to like more, like 9 out of 10?
That's what I was going to say. Like, do you find one person that just appeals to everything?
I guess that's the difference between like monogamy and polygamy.
That would be a dope episode.
But yeah, so I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know. Like, do you think? I think I know your answer, but I'll give you the opportunity to answer it. Do you think there's one person meant for you, like for you specifically?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So this is gonna get weird, but I'm gonna echo my sentiment from the other episode where I said I'm not looking for a person, I'm looking for a feeling. Right? So I'm not specifically looking for a person, right? But I think there is one person out there that is going to provide that feeling, and that feeling is going to go nowhere. You get what I'm trying to say?
And that feeling's going to go nowhere?
Yeah, once they're with me, like, they're not going to go anywhere.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So
I got this feeling, but I don't.
Yeah, no. That would be self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, there is someone somewhere out there that's going to connect all the pieces to the puzzle.
You think so? Yo, so I have to send you this Netflix special. It is, oh God, I'll tell you the guy's name. This is white dude. He's Scottish. Daniel Sloss. There it is. Daniel Sloss. It's called Jigsaw. And I think it's the best depiction of being in a relationship and finding like your piece of the puzzle, like your counterpart. Because it's interesting. I don't know if, for you, like, I hope you find that.
Thanks.
I just don't know if, I don't know. That's interesting because we're all so unique. Like, we just have so much to us, and we all grew up in different areas, different dynamics that made us who we are. So to then find one person that can really fill in the gap for everything that you're looking for, or like that puzzle piece, like, oh shit, like this is the last piece of my jigsaw puzzle. Boom. Appreciate you. Like, where have you been?
So are you saying that we should have more than one partner?
I'm not saying that. I think we have to have in our lives, we have to have multiple relationships with people that complement our personalities. They don't have to be physical or like sexual relationships, right? But they, like, you have to, it's like it's a red flag if you're trying to date someone that got no friends.
Are you saying in general or at what time? At one time? So you said we should have multiple relationships or connections.
Yeah.
Are you saying at one time or in general?
In general.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you should have multiple relationships in your life that complement you as a person. Like people you can confide in, right? Like, and one person, I'm not going to give you the same answer as Kai, right?
Right.
Or Kevin. Like, so you just have to have multiple relationships. And I think the people who are in like is it polyamory or is it polygamy? What's the difference?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. No disrespect, but
we'll have to get an episode on that for sure.
Yeah, I think they live that life, and it's just like, you know what? Shit, we like touching each other's private parts too, and we're okay with that.
Before we hop to that point,
yeah,
it's interesting you say that. So I started reading this book recently called The Archer.
You started reading again?
Yes. Is this the applause? Yes, hit the applause. I started reading.
My boy over this summer, and I quote, he's like, bro, I've got masters. I'm not reading no more. I'm so proud.
I didn't even read when I got my masters.
Yeah,
So it's actually from the same dude that wrote the Alchemist.
That's my
yeah. So you know about the Alchemist.
Yeah, so, it's a great.
Long story short, it's about Archer, who's like the greatest archer of all time.
Yeah.
This guy,
Legolas. Sorry.
This kid seeks him out to see if he can then become the best archer and learn his ways and whatever. So today, the part that I was reading was like first, and obviously paraphrasing, like you have to seek out real friends.
Yep.
Right. And it was like not real friends that just make you comfortable or going to tell you what you want to hear, but people that are going to contribute different parts of your life. People that
best interest in mind.
And that's what he was saying. Like people that are going to take chances, people that are not afraid to challenge you, people that are going to like make you better. Those are real friends.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And to your point, you were saying like you have to have different relationships to contribute to that. So I say all that to say, how do you define a real friend?
To your point, a real friend. I mean, I'm off mic, like, I'm a ridiculous person. Like, I just say some wild shit. But you have to understand me as a person. No, like, I'm not saying anything malicious. I will say certain things in a moment strictly for the comical value that it brings. But I need, for me specifically, like, you have to be a genuine person, right? You have to be yourself. I don't want to talk to you and feel like you're trying to sell me something. You have ulterior motives, or it's not you talking. It's like if you started dating someone and you now just want to like appease them all the time. So it's like, no, like this isn't what I would say, but I know this is what she wants me to say, so I'm gonna respond like that because I will pick up on that immediately. Like, bro, like
that ain't you.
That wasn't you 2 weeks ago. And like you got to keep it a buck with me. I know I'm a ridiculous person. So like sometimes you just have to be like, yo, listen, I hear what you're saying, but maybe try this way. I will always be open to constructive criticism, but I will also combat you on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're going to have to like go back and forth with me and really prove that like what you're saying is real. And some people just like, they can't handle that.
Right.
But they don't know that I'm still taking what they're saying. I'm just like, all right, well, you didn't really like put up.
Where's your value?
Yeah, you didn't put up a good fight, but like, let me go do some research and really figure this out.
And to your point, I think now that I'm almost 29, you'll be 30, right? Like we're adults. Like,
yeah.
It like we
kind
are
sort of.
right. Like it's crazy. We get right. We're almost 30.
Yeah.
But like when you're in your early to mid 20s, right?
Yeah.
And you have friends, I feel like you tread lightly because one, you don't want to hurt their feelings, or you may not know how to deliver something, or you don't know how they're going to take it or whatever. But I feel like the older you get, and this is something I'm now more valuing in friendship.
Yeah.
My friends keep it a stack with me all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm dating somebody or doing something, like, nah, bro, like you're wild. You know what I mean? Whereas like at 23, 22, it's like, oh, I was afraid to tell you. Whereas now it's like, I was afraid not to tell you.
Yo, that's a very interesting point, because I have very good friends in my life who I just know they're like certain people. It's a time and a place, you know, like you can't keep it a buck with them all the time, just because if you understand everything that they have going on, it's just like, do I want to put another burden on you by telling you like,
right.
keep it in a stack? So like, to your point, yeah, I appreciate that, but also knowing your friends, you got to know like
time and place.
Even if I say this right now, you're not going to receive it.
Yeah.
Right. But no, I definitely get that. I've been that friend. I'm always that friend that's gonna like, I'm just gonna say it. You know, like I'm just gonna say it. You might not like me for it afterwards. I know how to I can put a good spin on it, so it's not disrespectful, but it's like I'm just always kept it a butt. Like one of my good friends when we started working at the Marriott, he was getting used and abused by the women we worked with. And it was just like, oh, he's my friend. He's such a good person. And I'm like, y'all are taking advantage of my boy.
Right.
So I like made him aware. I'm like, first of all, like, you're not like intimate with any of these people. You owe them absolutely nothing. And they're literally taking advantage of your good nature. Now I'm the bad guy because now I pointed it out and they can't take advantage of him anymore. I'm like, yeah, no, like what's wrong with y'all?
Right.
Like that was cute, but like now I'm here and no, like my boy, like you just need to know what's happening right now. So yeah, I've never had a problem with that.
So let me ask you something on that, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of brings me to my next point, and it's something you actually sent me on Instagram the other day, right? When something goes south, right?
Yeah.
And you cut them off, right?
Yeah.
You sent this to me as a post. Ghosting people is cruel as fuck. It's emotionally abusive, disrespectful, and cowardly. And you said this is interesting. So
one of my faves.
When is ghosting okay and not okay?
Ooh.
Or is it okay? And when
is ghosting okay and not okay? It's also hilarious. This ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Definitely made the episode.
Then we edited it out.
When is it okay? I feel like it's only okay if you're being physically abused. Because at that point, you just need to get out, right? But I think the ghosting people is cruel as fuck. It's emotionally abusive, disrespectful, and cowardly. I think it's cowardly more than anything because that's just you not being able to communicate what's really how you're feeling and what's on your mind. Emotionally abusive, I can see that. Disrespectful,
I think it's only disrespectful because you didn't have the respect or the audacity to be like, yo, my man, this ain't working out. Or whatever, you know.
And, to your point, the only time I think it's necessary to ghost people is if you're in danger. Yeah, if you're in danger, you're like, yo, I just need to pack my shit and bounce like in the night. Why? What do you think?
So let me play devil's advocate.
Right, cool.
what do you get from not being ghosted?
Peace of mind.
Closure, peace of mind,
Yeah.
right? So is that really like, what does that closure do for you? What does closure ever do for anybody?
Ooh,
Because
I'm so glad you brought this up. Keep going.
Because if I, like, me and Chair are dating, Chair cuts me off, right?
Yeah.
I'm still in love with Chair, right? Chair might have given me a reason, but I still want to hit Chair up. I'm still thinking about Chair. I'm still everything, right?
Yeah.
So I got my closure by Chair saying, hey, we're done, right? Chair ghosts me, right?
Yeah.
The only difference is I don't know why, but I still want to hit Chair up. You get what I'm saying? So what does closure really do for anybody?
Closure, and the biggest closure, what it does for people, it helps you better yourself. So if you and Cher are dating, you think, fuck the Cher. So I'm gonna make this relatable for you, right? So you meet somebody from the Bronx, and whatever you think it's about to be something, and then all of a sudden it's just like, bang, I'm out. The unsurety, the ambiguity, that breeds anxiety. It's just, what did I do wrong to where this didn't work? In my mind, in my heart, I thought this was it, and now you just ghosted me. So it's like, what did I do wrong? So I can at least learn from it, or I can
go ahead.
Like, I can at least learn from it, or I can figure out, like, oh, well, maybe I need to pick up on what I'm doing next time and how this person's receiving it. And maybe they're not receiving it the same way I'm receiving it.
So let me preface this by saying I actually agree that ghosting is...
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But what I don't agree with is what you just said.
Oh.
Right? Because here's my thing. If I'm dating someone from the Bronx, right? Mm-hmm. And this person says, like, listen, you did everything right. You just ain't the person for me, right? So they gave me that closure, right?
Is that closure though?
No, they gave me their explanation. You're not the person because XYZ, right?
Okay.
Whatever, right? And this is all a hypothetical situation. None of this really happened. We're speaking in whatever. Right.
Yeah.
I'm still in the back of my head, to even tie it back to what we said earlier about self-sabotage, going to blame myself. Even if a person came and said, listen, you did nothing wrong, you just ain't it, right? And I'm still going to say, I did my best, blah, blah, why not me? Regardless of if I got that closure or not, I'm going to blame myself. Or I'm going to try and place, and you're going to say, why? Where else am I going to put the blame?
Why are you going to blame it? There's no blame to be had.
No, but in order to get over things, right? Maybe you, because you haven't cried 3 times since you're 18, right? So you're like, okay, this happened. It's done. I'm over it. But the normal person with a heart who doesn't have an icebox where their heart used to be, right? Take some time to get over things, and like, damn, even if it wasn't my fault, I still feel XYZ. You get what I'm saying? So they've got to place that blame somewhere.
I don't think it has to be blame though. It's more so like reasoning, but it's like, all right, if you analyze the situation, and I think this comes with security in oneself. I think it comes down to like, all right, listen, I know what I bring to the table. Boom, boom, boom. I know what I did for this person. I know what I was willing to do for this person. And for whatever reason, we didn't mesh. Whether they weren't ready to receive me, I was laying it on too thick, or whatever. All I know from that situation, like, there's things to learn, but it's just like, all right, cool. Like, we weren't meant to be together, which is cool. Maybe we could have if we communicated a little bit more. I didn't do this. She didn't get triggered by this.
But then you go looking for a reason again, a blame.
You could, like, but the thing is how long you dwell on it.
And that part.
And it's like, so, all right, cool. I could scan these things like, all right, bong, 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 bong. These could be like in the back of my mind for the next thing. But I'm not like, all right,
how
cool.
long are you going to hold on?
Yeah, my thing is like, yo, listen, I thought we had something. I guess we didn't. Yes, this is going to hurt. I get that. But it's like, yo, at the end of the day, to me, it's your loss. Because I know what I bring to the table. Like you say, I'm the table.
No, but to your point, right? For a while, it was like, damn, what could I have done better or whatever. But like you said, I became more sure of myself. Mm-hmm. So it's like my last situation where I was like, bro, if this don't work out, it ain't going to be because of me. Mm-hmm. Right? Remember I said, you gonna fuck this up. And granted, we all have our theories and I may have done something or came on to or whatever. There's another conversation for another time. But it wasn't me. And when it ended, yeah, I had my little, as some like to phrase it, tantrums. But then I got over it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Whereas like other situations might have taken longer because I wasn't sure of myself.
And the situations that led up to that help build your security.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, things happen, not everything. That's like, bro, I'm in sales, right?
They're going to say in sync.
I'm in sync. Bye. So, and I think maybe I reflect naturally because of like the work I do. I reflect maybe a little bit more than us because as soon as I'm done with the conversation with somebody, I'm replaying it like, all right, cool. What worked? What did I say that didn't resonate? What words can I take out? How can I put brevity in my speech so it's very pointed and to the point?
SAT words. Brevity. I don't know what the fuck that means. But go on, King.
It's just like speaking with brevity is just like...
Speaking with... And my man used the word in the definition. Speak with brevity. Go ahead, King.
It's just... Instead of putting a lot of extra words, it's just getting to the point and making it so that it can resonate with the intended audience. Right?
My man could have said speaking with purpose, but he had to say brevity.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Breveric person.
So yeah, like I naturally have to do this all the time. So I'm constantly reflecting on how I'm doing what I'm doing. Since I was in 5th grade, and like I'll never forget this. I was standing outside of Bowers Elementary School, and I'm talking to somebody. And while we're talking, all I'm doing is I'm looking at them, and I'm really picturing like, how are you viewing me? Like, this is how I see you, but like, how's the mirror image? Like, what are you viewing of me as I'm talking to you? I've always thought
how people see you through their eyes.
Yeah, I always thought that was fascinating. So I think that's just been with me for a long time, and I'm very like perception's reality, right?
Yeah.
So,
my bad.
No. But yeah, back to like security and like the whole closure thing. Yeah, that's a good thing to like. If me and my lady broke up and we didn't have like a genuine conversation of what led to this and why we can't work this out, I think that we'd be doing each other a disservice.
I agree.
Like that wouldn't be fair. So yeah.
Would that be not fair because that's your lady? Like, say you guys were just dating, would you still hold that same expectation?
Would I still, for them or for myself?
Like, for you, say you and your lady, like, obviously you guys are in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
You guys have been dating for 3 months. Like, getting to know each other for 3 months prior to being official.
Yeah.
She just ghosts you. Is that same expectation that, hey, we should have this conversation hold? Or is ghosting okay at that point? Because,
if she decided to ghost me after 3 months, to me, I'm like, I don't have anything invested in this. So like, all right, bye.
So in 3 months, you don't invest anything?
Not really.
That's crazy.
90 days? Like, how much do you really know me?
No, okay, I get that. How much do
I really know you?
I get that, but I've spent a lot of time with you in 90 days.
Yeah.
So I'm invested.
Facts, but like
I'm not moving into your apartment and shit, but like...
But after 90 days, like, what am I really losing?
A friend, a partner, good sex, good conversation.
All things that could come from anybody else. But so it's like...
Right.
So like this is me personally.
No, right.
I like, that's like, I have no ties to you. Like, everything that you just mentioned, that's fantastic. On to the next one, because I don't go into these entanglements looking for a relationship.
And I think that's interesting to tie back to your initial point or earlier point about being sure of yourself, right? and tie everything together about self-sabotage, I was thinking, okay, once I get so sure of myself, am I sure of myself, or am I brushing like, all right, bro, I'm not going to get close to you or have expectations of you because this happened before. You get what I'm trying to say? So is it I'm so sure of myself, or am I just protecting myself or self-sabotaging the situation before it could even get deep? Because you get what I'm saying? Because like, I get close to this girl over here, and in 3 months it doesn't work out, right? Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm going to go into this next situation like, well, you know what? If we don't make it past 3 months, I'm not going to give him all until past 3 months because I was already hurt once within 3. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And that's self-sabotaging and, you know.
But that comes with like, you got to be transparent. So being secure in yourself, you know, you can be transparent with the person. And it's like, this is me. This is what you're getting. I hope you can do the same with me so that like I get a clear view of like who I'm involved with. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, after 90 days, if we don't work out or like you want to move on, do your own thing, like, all right, cool. I like someone a little while ago was saying how, because I was explaining how I am when I'm not in a relationship, and they're just like, well, you're not giving women a fair chance. Like, you could have brushed off some women who could have really empowered you, this, that, and the third. But it's in my head, I'm like, no, because I know what I'm looking for. I know what I bring to the table and what I'm capable of, right? So that being said, anybody who didn't make it past whatever stage, or we were doing whatever and they didn't get an opportunity to be in a relationship with me, I didn't lose anything.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
Can I talk my shit?
Please.
All right. So you know how he just said he doesn't, what did you say? Girls, I didn't miss anything out by not connecting with that person.
Yeah. No, by not moving forward.
By not moving forward with that relation, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've been on record, and you guys go back to episodes, give us the views, the listens, right? That as soon as I'm done talking to a girl, I don't believe in being her friend, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you said to me, and I quote, "You're blocking your blessings."
Yeah.
Right? So how is that any different from what you just said about you and a female partner by cutting it off, like at 3 months, just being like, all right.
I'm so glad you brought that back, because I can still talk to these people and be friends with them, whereas you just want to cut them off.
Yeah, what?
I don't need to cut you off.
But
Listen.
you just said your blessings are getting blocked too.
No, because you're not. I know
just not intimately.
Exactly. I know what I'm looking for in a partner piece, and I knew from the first 90 days, you're not it. But we have a good time. We vibe. Maybe we're having sex or whatever. That's cool. But like past that, you and I are not on the same wavelength.
Okay.
So like we can be friends. That's cool. We can be great friends. We have intellectual conversations. Whatever. But as far as you being my partner and like creating this empire with me, nah, I'm sorry. Like, you're just not the one. But I told you from the beginning what this was.
Okay. All right. No, it just got in my head, and I was like, damn, I think I'm about to stomp him. But no, but it's funny you say that, because I had something to say and it slipped my mind. We were talking about relationships, being sure of ourselves. Where I'm at now, right? And I could say in the last like 2, maybe 3 years, what I've gone through for like relationships or dating now has me to the point where you said like, all right, but what you see is what you get. Like I was telling somebody the other day, like I've always been me, but I have not always been comfortable in every room, like off rip being this. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me feel the room out first. Let me see what you're about. But now it's like, bro, I'm so confident in myself. One, I mean, I've said it before. If you don't like me, something's wrong with you. But two, like, I know I'm going to step into a room and you're going to feel this energy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're going to feel like my energy's intentional. It's pure. It's genuine. And like, bro, I'm now so solid with me that I could do that. And when sitting down with a girl, like, I understand having your guard up, right? But what I don't understand is not being able to be yourself while you have that guard up. You get what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have to treat you like an onion and pick through all these layers to see who you really are. Like, you could defend yourself and not let me all the way in, but I shouldn't have to decipher, is this the real you? Nah, because now you're not even sure with yourself.
Facts. Hey, to your point, like having a guard up and siphoning, like, all right, cool. This is how much I'm going to let you in. This is me. Like, what I'm letting you in, like, this might be 30%, but that 30% is authentic, you know?
Right.
As opposed to, like, yeah, I'm just like, I feel like you want to hear this, so I'm going to say this.
Right, anybody got time for that?
Yeah, no, like, that's corny.
And that's the thing, like, if I feel like you're not being 100% with me, like, one, the vibe's going to be off, but, like...
Why are you being weird?
Right. And quite frankly, I don't got time to be sitting here and, like, holding your hand so you're comfortable.
Exactly, because we're grown.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm dating to marry and have children and formulate my empire.
Right.
So, if you're playing games, I don't have time, and you're a coach. So.
And that's why, like, to tie it back to the ghosting thing, like, I might not ghost you, but a lot of people don't make it past 2 weeks with me.
There you go.
Like with me, it's like, all right, bro. Like, we'll text for short. If you make it past texting, cool. If we go on the first date, if we go on another date within the next 2 weeks, like, you're in the clear. Like, you're good. But, like, a lot of people just, don't keep my interest.
Yeah.
Or, like, bro, I don't have time, like, because I feel if I really have to do all that deciphering, like, we all have trauma. We've established that.
Facts.
But you still dealing with some shit and you ain't ready to be here present with me.
Yeah. I think you just made me realize how I think maybe some of the people, granted, I tell them straight up like what it is, but I think how I go about it could be misleading just because I like, if we're hanging out and we go get food, like, to me, we're not on a
like, we
date.
just getting food.
Yeah, we just getting food. We just hanging out. We just chilling. It's just dope vibes.
So what's a date then?
Huh?
So what's a...
If it's a date, like, it's...
No, like, what constitutes a date? Like, so if you were to say, hey, let's go get food, that's not a date. But if you say, hey, let's go on a date and I'm bringing you to get food, then it's a date?
There's different levels. Like, if you go to Burger King with Shorty, is that a date?
I'm not bringing no Shorty to Burger King.
All right, so, like, if you bring you bring a Shorty to 451, get drinks and food with your peoples, that's a date?
Well, my peoples are there. That's not a date.
All right, so if it's just you and her showed up to 451 to get food or whatever, that's a date?
To 451? Yeah. And it might, okay, it might not be such a, like, official, like, hey, yo, Spencer, I just went on a date with this girl. But, like, to me, it's like, yo, I kicked it with Shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's not to me, that's not a date.
But kicking it, like, going out with somebody. Now, once you're dating, if y'all just go, like, once you guys are together, if y'all just gonna get dinner,
it changes the standard.
Getting dinner, right? But if I'm getting to know you and we are out in public together, like, it's a date.
I don't know. Hey, also, I think what constitutes a date in most generations is that the guy will pay. And to that point, like, if we're out, it depends. Like, sometimes it depends on what you order. Like, if you go in sick with the menu, like, we're splitting this check because we just hanging out.
All right.
But if we're like dating,
let me interject real quick. I'm gonna let you get back. But you also sent me something the other day.
Okay.
And it's on topic of what, bro, I love how this stuff just segues so perfectly. Because none of this, I mean, the ideas were playing, but, like, this, okay, back to topic. You sent me the post that said, what happened to us? And then it says, me. I'm gonna be honest, you ain't want to spend no money. Right? So go back to what you were saying about, like, because I got something to say about that.
So basically, if we hanging out and, like I said, we ordering pizza or, like, Chinese food to the crib, $20, whatever. I don't want to spend on that. But if, like, we go into Fleming's or we go into, like, get seafood,
that's a date,
and we're spending over.
Fleming's is a date,
but 451 is also a date.
There's different levels to dates.
That's what I'm saying. To me, like, one is we're hanging out. The other one is like, no, I'm pursuing you. This is a date. So even like if I spend more than $50, we're on a date.
My man, you can spend $50 at 451.
Not without the drink. So like if I'm spending more than $50 on food, like we on a date, shawty. If not, and if we get to that point, if it's like $50, $60 and like we're not a thing, like yeah, we split this.
So you and Shorty at dinner, right? Bill is $69.52, right?
Mm-hmm. It's the nasty time.
They bring the bill.
Yeah.
Like,
what is Shorty to me? Like, how far are we into?
You guys are dating.
Oh, okay.
Right? And you just said if the bill's over $50, we splitting it.
No. If I'm dating you, like I want to take you on a date, I'm paying.
Okay. Well, this is with somebody you're trying to figure out if you like them.
Oh,
okay. The bill's $69.72.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill comes, bow, right on the table.
Yeah.
Waiters always put it closer to the gentleman, which I hate. Right?
If you're a real waiter, you put it directly
in the middle. Right? So, how do you insinuate, tell the person like, yo, so we splitting this? Or like, do you wait to see if their card comes out? Like, what?
If I'm a numbers guy, like I know what was ordered. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I ordered and what you ordered with the appetizer. So like I know what the bill's gonna be roughly before it comes.
Okay, but my question is, how are you getting the point across to
that we're splitting it?
Yeah, you just about, yo, we splitting this?
I'm gonna say like, oh, it's $69.52. Like I'm saying the number. It's $69.52. Mine was $33, whatever. I'm putting my card down.
That's ballsy. That's ballsy.
But the thing is, if I'm not seeing us as anything, like I'm remembering another time, right? So I was hanging out with my boy, and like some shorty was kicking it with us, right? And we went to Jay's Crab Shack. It used to be Tinker's, right? And we're ordering food. And she goes to order and whatever, and I pay for mine. My boy pays for his. And then I looked at her and she gave me like this crazy look, like what? And I just shrugged it off. I'm like, so then like she hesitantly like pulls out her card, pays for it. Yeah, but it's like, why are you assuming I'm paying for this?
So I have a funny story, and I'm gonna tell the extremely short version. I was living in Boston, right? And I met this girl, matched this girl on Tinder. She's like, yo, meet me at the bar.
Definitely not paying for a Tinder date.
Right? Meet me at the bar. I have a friend. Bring a friend. Right? She was a lawyer. Her friend was like a Division I basketball player. Right? Yeah. So her friend was like 6'2". Right? Keep in mind, I didn't ever see friend. I just knew friend was coming. Okay. So 6'2" in black. I bought a kid that was like 5'6" in white. It was the funniest thing ever. So we go into the bar. They're like, oh shit, this is kind of awkward. I'm like trying to play it off. So one of them was like, oh, you guys want to get a fishbowl? I thought that meant let's split a fishbowl, right? So when they ordered the fishbowl and then went to the bathroom while it was being made so they wouldn't have to pay. So my king petty self sat the fishbowl right in front of me and drank the whole thing without giving them any of it.
What's wrong with that?
No. Because they thought I was one paying for everything, and then
they ordered it and thought you were the one paying for everybody?
Right.
Yeah, you got me fucked up.
Right. And I didn't feel bad. I was faded by the end of it. Yeah. Drinking a whole fishbowl to myself.
But don't overstep your bounds. What do I owe you? I don't owe you anything. And one of the things that irks me the most is if I'm at the bar and shorty, not my lady, but like some random shit's like, yo, so you want to buy me a drink? No. Okay. Do I know you?
First of all, I don't buy girls drinks. I'm looking at both cameras. I don't buy girls drinks.
Like, I don't do it.
I don't do it. Right? Because here's my thing. I know girls that have said they go to bars with the intention to get free drinks all night. Mm-hmm. That ain't gonna be me. Secondly, not that if I buy you a drink, I expect something in return, but I'm not about to spend my hard-earned money on you. What are you gonna buy me something like for a conversation? Now, have I bought girls drinks in the past? Absolutely. I could probably count on both hands. But it is very rare and very seldom, and I have to be very drunk or happy to be like, hey, shorty, let me buy you a drink. Because I don't get it.
See, that's interesting. But that goes back to like me pursuing somebody. So like,
right.
If I see shorty at a bar, I'm like, yo, she's kind of cold. I'm going up to like, I'm making eye contact. I'm going up to like, yo, what's going on? What you drinking? Bomb.
See, nah.
Now we're having a conversation.
No. We're having a conversation, and if I feel that we're vibing and this conversation is going somewhere, what you drinking? But I'm not leading off of what you drink, because what you drinking is going to turn into a 5-minute conversation. Oh, my girls are over here. And now I just bought you a $12 drink that I'm not even getting a number out of.
Oh, yeah. You know what, too? I've been spoiled in that aspect, because since I was 18, I've worked at bars and clubs downtown.
Right, so you have the
$3. So it's like, whatever.
Right.
Like,
secondly, my thing, I kind of hit on it earlier, is like with the drinks, I hate that you feel entitled that I should pay for this bill. And girls, this is a key right here, right?
Queens,
my ladies, you will know if I'm feeling you if I pay for the bill. Because if I'm not feeling you, I don't care how much the bill is, right? It's like, bro, like, I'm not giving everybody the same treatment. And I have friends, Drew, you know Drew, he's like, it's the man's job. I always, forget that.
I can't wait for this gender roles combo.
I don't feel like obligated. And like this one chick that I was talking to a couple weeks, she was like, oh, you're waiting for somebody to like treat you or spoil you. And it's not that I'm waiting for it, but the same way you want to be treated, I feel guys should be treated as well.
That's a fact. Yeah, and that is part of getting to know someone, and you'll learn somebody's character from that. I don't like when women think that they need to be financially wooed by a man. It's like, why do I need to be put at a deficit just to quote unquote make you feel like I want you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but money should be abstract. Yeah,
and to me that just makes me think that you don't have money, you don't get it. And if you do, it's like, why is that even important? You know? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, money, yes, money doesn't buy happiness. It'll buy comfort, it'll buy your freedom, but like,
that's it.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, it's not gonna make me intellectually want to be with you. It's not gonna make me want to like sit up late at night and have conversations with you about life. It's just gonna make our situation comfortable. It's gonna give us the opportunity to like sleep in the next day if we don't gotta go to work.
Right.
But
it's not doing much work.
Yeah, nah. And I think I see it a lot, and I can't wait to have this gender role conversation, because there's a lot of women on social media who think that men should take the brunt of the bills, and I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just,
when you say bills, are you speaking like bills at the house or bills while you're out eating?
Bills at the house.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying you're wrong for expecting it.
Well, yeah. And I think we'll leave that there and touch on that gender roles conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the spending money thing, it's not a big issue. I think the expectations that come with it are where the issues lie.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, I got it. Like, I have no problem spending my money on you, but it's the expectation and the entitlement that you think you deserve bro, we are two individuals sitting at this table. What makes you so better? Like, and people will say, oh, chivalry's dead and all
chivalry.
Chivalry, yeah. Chivalry.
He read it in his head.
I'm bad. I'm drunk right now. On water. The chivalry's dead, right? But my thing is like, oh, like the old fashioned love is like, bruh, it's like, nah. Cause I'ma still love you and take care of you, but that doesn't. So if you want me to buy you all these meals and all this stuff, by your theory, that means you should be in the house, not going to work, cooking, cleaning, and staying your ass at home watching the kids. And if we ain't living by that, we ain't living by. And this is y'all's theory, not y'all's. I don't want to.
Social media women, yeah.
Right.
And I'm 100% with you. And I think, like, just to stir the pot. So if there's a financial expectation for women, is it okay to have a sexual expectation for men?
All right, bro, we get too deep. You gotta say this. All right, let's get to our closing remarks. Because we're gonna have some fun with that one.
Yeah, because I want to know. I want to know. Because
I want to know what you want.
I was going to do the background. I like to know.
Oh, man. Yeah, bro.
Naughty.
I forgot that was there. But, yeah, so, I mean, we definitely got to do the gender roles. That's going to be a live episode at Samia. A really dope cafe in Hartford because we had to cut out the earlier plug, but now we have a new plug. So, next to the old Salvins and next to Dunkin' Donuts Park, check out the new dope urban cafe.
Yeah. Bang, 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 bang. You know what's crazy? I haven't even been there yet.
Bro, I'm there twice a week.
Yeah, like I haven't been to the office. I've been working remote, but damn, I'm not even gonna be there tomorrow. I gotta go to New Haven. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna make my way there at least Friday.
Yeah.
Just because I gotta support, and I could work from there. Like that back corner seems like the vibe,
bro. Even like every corner in there, I've gotten work done in there. And says a lot.
I saw a picture of you. I was like, oh, look, he's working.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this was dope. Another fun episode.
Yeah.
Shoot, let's closing remarks and then get on with the come on.
Thanks. For my 15 seconds, actually, it's what Drew said last week, which is actually hung up at my office, at my desk. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Personally, I feel like every year I have to find a new gear as far as like how I want to execute and attack life in order to hit my goals. So I've just been I've been finding that gear as of late. Just going hard. I realize as talented as I may be, you still have to work hard. And that hard work is going to be my natural born talent that I've refined over the last, 10 years? Every time. So, yeah, just if you're working towards something, keep going. Don't let other people say that you're working too hard because they don't understand what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish. So, do what you think is right within reason, but also find a sustainable path. Like, you do need to treat yourself.
Word. To echo your sentiments, and it actually hit me this morning on my ride home out of the gym. It was like, my work schedule right now is like bananas. Yeah. And I was just thinking like, yo, why do I keep going through like certain changes and like things like that? And then I started thinking about where I want to end up. And I was like, I started to kind of see how things are going to line up.
How this is all necessary part of the process.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what led to my morning motivation of like, you might not always see the path, but always remember the end goal. Because you might not know how you're going to get there, but you're where you're supposed to be and you're going to end up where you want to be or need to be.
I like that.
So with that being said, like, I guess to extend the 15 seconds is like, when you might not see the path, just remember the end goal. Cause like things always will like line up and, get you to where you're supposed to be. So don't like beat yourself up. Because it's gonna work out and just enjoy the journey.
To echo that. Yeah. The world will always work in your favor if you let it. I truly believe that.
Are we just gonna keep saying cliches? Like this was kind of fun.
Do you have another one?
I don't.
I guess
everything happens for a reason. Ooh,
black don't cry. Oh, sorry. But yeah, go ahead, wrap it up.
Word. Well, listen, man, that's another episode for the dopest podcast, NCT. We're coming to take over. We got big things coming. Big things coming. And you guys ain't ready for it. My birthday is October 13th. So come ready for the turn up because we're going to turn up and turn things down. Cut.